Having SWAS is a bad thing, though.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a grip, like, to what I remember.
I had SWAS when I used to landscape a lot, and
nice
it's the worst because we had one of those 3-seater trucks that you sit 3 abreast. You know what I'm talking about? And
I've never heard the term abreast, like talking about titties. Like, so is it the titty of the car?
It's like abreast. That was in one word, like A. It's spelled abreast.
Shit.
I believe, but it's it's a thing. I'm gonna check the spelling. But it was 3 guys sitting across, and you had jeans on, work boots, and if you think about it, you're working in the summertime. Oh, like you have the gallon jugs.
Sweaty time of the year.
For sure, it's 90 degrees. You're mulching. You're fucking carrying wheelbarrows.
You got
full
a farmer's
shit.
tan.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, if
and
you're landscaping, you got a farmer's tan.
It was also somewhat unprofessional to
have a farmer's tan when you were landscaping.
no. I like how you're trying to guess what I'm saying a whole bunch. It was like unprofessional if you're working for a somewhat professional company. It was my friend who was doing it, and just have no shirt on in someone's backyard. Like you didn't have the uniform.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it didn't have the greatest stigma to it.
No, I get it. Yeah.
This woman's a dart in her mitt to me, fucking, and her husband walks in. He's gonna be pissed at landscaping company that allowed a man as sexy as me to like not wear a shirt.
Now, in the scenario of a single wife, or that would make sense. A single wife.
A single wife.
I'm
gonna check a breast.
A single lady. You should when you were doing it, you should have rolled the dice and just went shirtless just to see what you could have got out of it.
I've tried to do so. I worked for a General Giant movement company back in the day, and also wasn't allowed to take the shirt off. That was like in the company. That's
even more unprofessional though. If you're out in the sun and shit, and then you're taking your shirt off, you're a douchebag if you do that.
Let me move this bed for you.
Just because I'm sweaty, I'm gonna take off my shirt. Is like in public is a douchey thing for sure.
The worst was playing basketball, and also, by the way, I checked on the abreast spelling. I was correct. It's literally spelled abreast, but it's one word.
A titty.
Might as well be a synonym.
Yep.
But I remember back in the day, fucking like playing basketball at Dever Park or whatever park you're at.
Yep.
And I would say I was probably like 13, 14, but sometimes like 19-year-olds would jump in.
Yeah.
And older guys, and they'd fucking rip their shirt off.
And
they're hairy.
And at that age, it's a full-grown adult.
Yeah, well, they're also hairy as fuck, and they're sweating like a fucking man.
Right?
Like
an adult, yeah.
And you're D'ing up on him, and they're backing up into you, and like he's sliding fucking.
They just have like puberty. They're more advanced in puberty.
If you're watching this visually, I'm like putting my arm out to like stop him from backing down on me, and fucking. He's just like my arm's sliding up his back. Because it's just disgusting. And I just would not D up on people, especially if there was like a bunch of people who I thought didn't bathe. Yeah. I'd let them score.
When I'm watching a boxing
that
match,
sounds bitch, but honestly it's not, because there was some dirty people at the parks.
I feel you. If you're talking, I feel you. Trust me. So when I watch boxing and when they like wrap up and shit, or MMA, like when they're just like gushing blood and shit, and they're just like all over each other, I'm always just kind of looking, just saying to myself, I would hate it if I had to be on top of an incredibly sweaty man for a living. Not hating on it, but I'm just
like
saying,
sweaty feet
like,
in your face,
get punched in the face, and like as you're just like most of the blood and sweat on your body is like the other person's. But in boxing, when they wrap up and shit, they're just like hugging. They look like two close friends, just like hugging,
like telling a secret.
Because it's like
at
real
a party.
tight.
They're telling a secret at a party.
Yeah, and it's like
I fucked her.
I love you, brother. Like or it's like a heart to heart at a party that they don't
fucking you after this.
Yeah, they don't want to be too loud and have people know that they're like soft. You know what I mean?
Or secretly gay.
Right.
I agree with that, and it's crazy that people. I would do it for MMA is a crazy sport. Same with boxing. You're getting hit in the face.
Yeah.
But if you pay me enough, man, fucking, I'll suck some sweat. I'll lick that. I'll lick some sweat.
My uncle, who's the lawyer who hangs. This is like
yes.
Yeah. So he used to box a lot, and like if I got into it as like a kid at like 7 or something, and I wasn't getting hit in the head all that, but I was just training, and then I was like really fucking good at it. Yeah, I'd probably do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you're born in it too, it's different.
Well, yeah, if I was born,
like Floyd Mayweather's dad was a boxer as well, and he was unreal. He was a good boxer. So he grows up, becomes the same guy, better. But.
Yeah, and also the thing is about, like, I used to think about how I wouldn't have played football if I could go back, which I would. I'd take that back now. Like I'm glad I played football, but also about, like, if I could go back, I wouldn't play football.
You would not play it?
But I don't regret playing it. Does that make sense?
You would not play football again?
I wouldn't play
because
football.
of what?
Just head stuff. Just like, you know.
But you're fine.
I'm not saying I'm not. But hear me out. I'm going somewhere with the statement. Like, I'm not just stopping there. But I know. I used to think like it doesn't matter how, because football is awesome. Playing football is fucking awesome. Being in a football game is way better.
I never experienced that.
It's just fucking great, and I just wouldn't fuck with it because it's constant. Just, you know, whatever. So, but if I could go back in time and play hockey, I would have played hockey my entire life. So what my point is, right, is that, like, you know, you get fucked up in hockey too. But the thing is, like, I used to think I didn't want to play football because of the head stuff, but also if something's cool enough and fun enough, I would do it.
Take the risk.
Despite the head stuff. In football, like, you just gotta fucking love it. It's just like something. Games are awesome. Practices are the worst things in the world. You're constantly getting bitched at. Like, that's any sport. I'm not trying to sound like a bitch about talking about getting bitched at, but it's just like, you know, every coach is a hardo. If you the better the coach, the more of a hardo, and just like,
right.
That kind of goes for anything too. But mainly, I wish I played hockey if I could go back.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, that's obviously cool because I played hockey, so
right.
Like,
and when
nice
we played when we played that day on the pond, I realized, damn, if I just had one time, right, just fucking around with a stick, because I was skating a lot as a kid, but if I just had one time playing like a game of hockey or something, right. Drills, whatever,
semi-organized,
100% would have played hockey, no question.
Right.
Like, no question at all. And I don't know if it was the mushrooms, but as soon as because we were also on mushrooms, and it's like right before we did a podcast and we ate the mushrooms. So I don't know if it was that, but when I got on the ice too that day, I realized as soon as I started like gliding, I was like, whoa. It was like a feeling where I was like, whoa, where has this like been?
What do you mean, like the ice?
Like, I wish I played hockey like every weekend.
Oh, like the feeling, yeah.
Like just the feeling, exactly. Like it was interesting, but it might have been the mushrooms. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, your mind's just going crazy places.
I was like walking, and then all of a sudden I was like moving. I was like, whoa, you know, it was probably the mushrooms.
It's a huge different feeling on your senses. If you will. Putting skates on and like feeling the blade carve in the ice.
Yeah.
It's definitely different.
Yep. And
for sure. Marshawn Lynch, actually, it's funny, speaking of football and hockey, he gets on the ice, and it's a shoot for like YouTube or whatever ad he's doing, and he's on the ice with his buddy, and he's skating. He's like, holy shit. He's like, this is a different animal, bruh. And it really is a different animal, because you're on a fucking tiny blade skating.
On top of playing hockey, right? On top of like learning how to do that in general, you're not on. All right, when you're learning how to play basketball, when you're learning how to play baseball, anything that's your feet, you're walking around on your feet all the time, you know? So it's just so if you're athletic, right? It's like you're just focused on that one thing of learning the sport. But when I was, you know, playing hockey that day, there were so many scenarios where I realized, oh, I need to learn how to like skate really well before I can do pretty much anything with hockey.
Right.
You know?
There's a lot of sports like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And hockey's one example. It's funny because you could take an adult who's 20 and bring him on the ice. He looks like a baby, like learning how to walk, like a Bambi dare. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's interesting doing that. And the same thing if you're doing MMA or boxing. If you take someone who's never done that and you're learning that skill from the start, you literally look like a baby trying to learn to do the sport. As opposed to, like you said, if you're doing basketball, you're not learning how to fucking run. And if you can dunk, you can jump, and you can fucking, you know what I mean? Yep. You're not learning all those different things.
Yes.
You already have that innate ability to do that stuff.
Right. Yeah. It like I remember getting someone, you know, I got a pass that day, and I remember I missed it because I just wasn't balanced enough on my, like, I wasn't falling, but I just wasn't centered enough catching the pass more than anything.
Right.
It wasn't like
and if you like reach for it, you might have fell or something.
Yeah, and it was like, it wasn't the physical aspect of getting the pass. It was just the skating, like I couldn't come to I couldn't come to a complete stop and be ready. Like, it was like I'm coming to a somewhat stop, like, oh. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of people look awkward trying to stop and then move in small areas with their feet when they skate. It's definitely, you did pretty good though.
Thank you. I was scared of trying to stop too.
Even people said that you did good, and then I said you were on mushrooms, and they're like, holy fuck, yeah, he's doing great.
I had 2 goals. One was a super gimme. Like, one was you know, it was Nate's brother just he just like did all of it, and then he gave it to me, and then I just like that was funny. I made sure it got in the goal too. Like, I didn't even like make it look cool. Like, I just like put my stick in the goal too. But then there was another one where I just kind of
like a little snipe.
Yeah, and I understand why people's instant reaction is to put your hands up. because that was my instant reaction when I did it.
When you score, yeah.
The second one. The first one was too much of a gimme.
Hitting a home run, fucking, you put your hands up, and then you get used to doing that. I don't know. It's
you put your hands up in big scenarios, but it's like, I guess a goal is always a big scenario if you really think about it.
You could equate in baseball, if we're getting technical here, I think you could equate a goal to a home run, because there's guys on the fucking team with 6 home runs. Some guys only have 8 goals a season. Some have less. You know what I'm saying? Some guys have 40 fucking goals.
And an RBI would be equivalent to an assist.
I think RBIs would be like points.
With someone on points. Third. But so like points.
Because assist and goals are points combined. So I think RBI.
Yeah.
If we're getting like technical, because guys have 120 RBIs, like no one's getting 120 assists. Like it's be points total. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like McDavid right now, he's the 6th fastest to. It was like 80 points in a season, and they've only played in 56 games this year, and he had like fucking 80 points already. It's crazy. Yeah. He's gonna maybe get 100 points in 56 games. That's fucked up. In the NHL, it's almost 2 points a game. No one does that shit anymore.
He's
like
really, really fast.
That's Gretzky shit. Like the most points I think in a season is 215. I'm gonna look that stat up, and it's Gretzky.
I listened to McDavid and Gretzky talk about this, basically exactly everything you're saying. Did you ever see the conversation with them?
I have, yes. Oh, I looked at most assists.
I forgot about spitting chicklets. I'm about to look back into that.
Most points, NHL season. Yeah, I haven't listened to that in a fucking long
time.
Great
name of a podcast, too, especially with...
unbelievable.
Yeah, you couldn't hit it more.
215, I was right. On the fucking money. Oh, guess who's second? Wayne Gretzky, 212. Guess who's third? Wayne Gretzky, 208. Like, no one's going to get 200 fucking points in a season.
Yeah.
Unless McDavid just takes HGH and, does something fucked up. Just gets lucky all the time. I don't see that
Speaking
happening.
of HGH, I have something to tell you later, but I'm not going to say it on here.
Word.
Because it's a name, I'd be name dropping. But,
speaking of HGH, what did you think about coming to Blink Fitness?
I loved it, dude. It was cool. I'm going to go there for now.
I don't think I've worked out with you ever. That sounds like kind of gay.
Yeah, it sounds boring to the listener too. They don't want to hear us talk
about the workout. Yeah,
it's like that's like our interest because we did it,
Well, Adam came to the gym and he didn't run a mile. That's all I'm saying.
I ran 7/10 of a mile.
Still have another 40-yard dash thing.
And to be completely honest, it was like 6 and some change that was all running, and I walked like 0.6 of it. But dude, let's go run the 40. Like I'm down. Like let's do it.
We will.
I am going to run under 5.
Weather's getting nice. We're going.
I have a broken toe, but I'm going to do it.
Is it?
It broke, yeah.
For what?
No doubt. Okay, so this is what happened. Because it was honestly... So, yesterday made it 13 or 14 weeks ago. Right? Because I've been keeping track. Because, it just fucked my...
Buddy, that's fucking...
My toe fucking hurts.
That's 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely broken. But it's it's a weird type of... Now it hurts.
Is it when you press on it?
It's more of when I curl it. And yeah, so anyway, and there are certain situations where I accidentally just curl it or something. It's getting actually a lot better. But anyway, I'll explain how it happened. It definitely broke though. It had to have. It's still bruised. And this was 14 fucking...
Did you hit it off the TV?
And also, now I told you about how I'm low on fucking vitamin D. Well, I also found out about vitamin D that it helps heal shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And also,
weak immune system, you just don't heal well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But also, I think in general I do, but I'm never outside. The vitamin D thing, I just don't... I'm
inside all day too.
I eat like a bird. I eat like a bird. You know what I mean? I probably consume 1,000 calories.
How much you weigh? 1,000 calories a day? No way.
What? I don't know, dude. I took a nutrition class.
The average...
To answer your question, I weighed myself the other day and it was 146 pounds.
All right, we gotta put some fucking lbs on you.
I know, dude. But here's the thing, man. It's I fucking lose the weight right away. Did I explain what I was trying to explain? I don't even remember.
No, how you broke your toe. You didn't say that.
Right. Okay. So. My closet in my room, right?
Yes.
It for some reason won't close all the way, right? And so I've
I know where it is too, and it's a regular door closet, right? Correct. It actually closes.
Yep. And so I've tried, and when there's how you have a closet in front of you, and how there's a bunch of stuff on hangers, and how you can also have on the back of the door stuff on hangers.
Yes.
Just to give you a mental image. Well, when there's stuff on the back of the door, it won't even close. It won't close even more than it won't close if there isn't.
Right? Yeah.
And so there was one day, which was like 13, 14 weeks ago, right? And fucking, because I've been keeping track. It's one of the two. I think it's actually 14. And it just wasn't closing, right? I'm just like, what the fuck is up with it? I was like trying to clean my clothes. I was trying to like just close it, and it wasn't closing all the way.
You'd be one of the guys that like tallies the days of prison he's been in, like on the wall.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah, you're right. I tally how many push-ups I did too. Like, you're right. No, you're absolutely correct. It's so I tried kicking the shit out of it, like not like repeatedly.
With a bare foot.
No. I was not wearing the shoes I'm wearing right now, but they were Jordans.
They don't have steel toes in Jordans, though.
Right. So I just tried kicking it to shut it, but also partially it was out of some anger, too, because I was just like, dude, why won't this close, right? So I just tried to kick, and it's fucking hilarious, because I had the audacity to have the thought of, all right, I'm not going to do it with my right foot because I'm right dominant.
So you wanted to like get a less of a kick?
No, here's the thing. If you're going to punch something, that's
don't do it like you're right.
Don't do it with
so
your right hand.
You knew something was bad was going to happen almost. That's essentially saying, I know I'm about to break something, so I'm going to do it with my less dominant side. So if I break something, it's done. That's essentially what you said without even knowing it, though. Right? Because then you broke what toe? This is the big one?
No. I think it's still bruised. You want to see it?
Yeah. Fucking break that puppy out. I'll suck on it.
See how it's like still a little bruised?
Oh, yeah. There? Is your ankle bruised, or is that just like how white you are?
Oh, definitely how white I am. Told you, man. Vitamin D. Don't have much of it.
We'll have to hit the tanning bed.
I got Irish in me. Oh, yeah, that might, yeah.
But, the vitamin D thing, that's definitely something that would help heal you, for sure. So.
Yeah, fucking, I almost didn't get that shit checked out at the doctor either.
I feel like you've had this cough for a while, too. Or is it like a new cough?
So it's a new one, but it's honestly like...
It's a new one?
It's a new one. By the way, it's not as bad as the other one. The other one was way worse. But anyway, to answer your question, how I broke my toe.
You kicked the door.
I kicked the door, but it was out of like trying to close it, but also like it was like, fuck this. But I tried...
Fuck this door.
But I just don't understand why it won't close all the way.
Yeah, I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
I'd have to inspect that with you in person.
Just to answer the broken toe question.
My door doesn't close either, but I have a chin-up bar on my door. And as I told you, it's the one that's like old school as fuck and just drills into the side of the wall. It's not one of those like iron gym ones, which I almost would have rather the iron gym one.
Yeah.
But they didn't have that when I was like 9. And I used to actually tally my pull-ups in a fucking notebook. I would do them every night when I was younger. But I lost that. I lost that drive a long time ago. But yeah. Well, man, I really feel bad for your toe.
I got blood done at the doctor's yesterday. I look like a heroin addict.
Yeah, I got vaccinated today.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be sore from that.
I got the, I don't think like working out is going to be a thing tomorrow.
I was just, not sound like a bitch, but I was sore as fuck after the first shot.
Well, this is the one and done. I'm the Johnson.
It sounded funny. Right? That's what she said.
The one and done?
No, me saying I was sore as fuck after the first shot. I just feel like it's somehow sexual. Someone can twist it.
I didn't go sexual in my brain.
Yeah,
but I usually do. Though. You know I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm the Johnson & Johnson. But it was funny because...
you got the one and it's just the one.
Yeah, it's the one shot.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that was like giving blood clots supposedly to women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 6 of them or something out of a gazillion.
They killed 6. I think they gave blood clots to like 40 or something. I didn't really care, but I walked in and not that I didn't care about these people dying. R.I.P. R.I.P. because that sounded mean. I walked into Anthony's at Malden, which is fucked because I've gone to like banquets there.
Yeah,
and like,
dude, when you said you were getting your shot at Anthony's, I was like,
oh, and I actually have a hilarious story about this, so I'm glad I brought this up.
Word.
So I went right before the podcast, as you can see from my Band-Aid if you're listening. See that bicep too? Just kidding. So I walk in, say your name, whatever, sit down on the chair. I'm like the only guy getting my shot like in there. Not like guy or girl, like just person in there in general getting the shot. Some like big guy walks in like 6'5", like probably about 5 minutes, and you have to linger around for 15 minutes. You have to do that for yours?
Yep, I did.
So,
and then honestly, the guy said you can get out of here anytime you really want.
It was 5:15 for mine. This guy walks in 5 minutes after me, so his release time was 5:20. And like he's this like big ass dude, but this guy is talking. I think it was like one nurse or 2 nurses distributing like the shots, but I think there was 2 guys that were essentially in there just fucking telling you like where to sit.
Okay.
That's all they were doing.
That was their occupation.
And dude, they were just talking bullshit the whole time I was there. I was listening to the conversation, just looking at like hockey highlights. Oh, yeah, to be honest,
the fucking Celtics just fucking like that.
So no, this gets good, right? Okay. So I came in like halfway through whatever the fuck they were talking about, right? So just keep in mind.
Okay.
But what I overheard was, I want to get this Brazilian that cleans next door to clean my house too. And the guy responding to him was like, oh, like, doesn't your wife clean? He's like, yeah, she cleans, but I bet this woman could probably clean a lot better. That's what he says, right? Mm-hmm. Not that she's Brazilian, but I think she's, like, sexy, right?
Right. I had a feeling that it was kind of in that direction.
So he's like, yeah, I don't know what time I should get her. And the other guy's, like, egging him on, saying, and keep in mind, there's, like, 2 women right here, right? And they're older fucking women. They're like my mom's age, which is around, like, 55 to 62, right? He goes... I think your wife would like if you probably got her to come clean if she wasn't home, to his buddy.
Okay.
Applying that like, hey, you should probably fuck this girl when your wife's not home.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people have to pay for that these days or whatever. And then the woman looks at and then the guy like says, hey,
so who's the woman? Wait, so is the woman working there or is she just like there?
No, she's the nurse, like the nurse that shot me up.
She was being all judgy?
No, she wasn't. But at the end, the guy goes, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, they clearly don't know each other that well. They're just, like, working in the same, like, testing site. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. It looks like you probably have to pay for it. Says that to the guy about, like, having sex. Like, he has to pay for it because he's, like, ugly.
Oh.
Like, that's the joke. And in my mind, I got my mask on, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh.
And the other guy, like, laughs. And the other woman just goes, like, laughs. And the guy's like, hey, whether you need to pay for it or not, you're always paying for it, if you know what I mean. That's what his response was.
Yeah, he just got all self-conscious.
And I was like,
he
yeah,
didn't
dude.
have a comeback. That's his answer.
I was like,
I would have
I wanted to look over and be like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, respect to her.
I didn't.
I would 60% be laughing hysterically, and then the other 40% would on it not be anger at all. It would just be like more so like, I'm so insulted, and you got that. Like, you got that. I'm not even gonna, like, it would be like, I'm not even gonna say anything,
right?
Because of the insulting, because I'm tipping my hat to you. Does that make sense?
It was
like,
just funny
when someone can,
because no one else was there,
right?
And I walked in and I just like heard this,
yeah,
like altercation within like fucking 10 minutes of sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I heard this story, and then the guy that fucking got like the shot right after me, he's sitting over like way across the room. And he's probably like fucking like 35. Mm-hmm. And he FaceTimes his friend. And his friend's like, yo, what's good? And he's like, hey, man, what you doing? He's like, not much, man. Seen some pretzels. He's like, you ripped the casino last night? He's like, yeah, I can get on like 3 a.m. They're like 35.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
fuck yeah, boys. You guys are clearly partying until your late 40s. Let's go. But yeah, I saw that within my 10-minute vaccination. That was my experience.
It's always crazy when something happens quickly and unexpectedly. Like, good segue. Like, and I just thought of this now. Like, I wasn't thinking of that. I was listening to what you were saying,
right?
And I just thought of this right this second. But last weekend, I just walked. Like, my buddy Tyler has a tattoo gun, right? And so we're drinking at his house. It's his dad's 50th birthday, right? There was a surprise party and stuff, and I walk down in their basement, and this is like a few hours into the party, and I just hear the tattoo gun going, right? And I see people like getting tattooed, and then
it sounds like a haircut thing, like a bzzz.
Right. It's actually a good analogy for or a good example of something that it's like.
Sounds like yeah.
And so I go down there, and then my friend Bridget's just like right away, like I'm talking as soon as I put my as soon as I put my foot, I'm going down a bulkhead. A bulkhead, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I know. It's like the basement doors that open
out.
That
that goes
like
out.
That.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So I'm like going down, like minding my own business. Hear the tattoo gun. Put my foot on the tile, and it's like, Adam, I want to get a tattoo of a smiley face on my hand, and I want you to do it. I'm like, okay.
The palm?
Yeah.
Like right here.
So shout out to Bridget because like that is awesome.
Underneath the index finger.
Yeah, it was actually like right here. It was like a teeny little smiley face. And then, like, I was just doing another tattoo on this girl, Shen. Like, I don't remember where it was, but it was, like, right here.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. Dude, and I'm just kind of, as I'm doing it, first of all, I'm realizing, like...
You're fucking drunk at this time?
I'm hammered. And so, hammered.
That makes it better.
Yeah, so... I'm realizing at this time, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, I was just walking downstairs. Now all of a sudden I'm fucking scarring people for life in very, very visible areas. Like, it's not even just like it was like their like thigh or something.
That's how life happens though. One moment you're just going, and then the next moment, like, your life changes. It's fucked.
Yeah.
And this is a very like little example.
I totally
but you know what I mean though?
It's an
like,
analogy
you're doing something
use.
fucking, you're like going to church, and the next minute you're fucking someone's girlfriend that you know. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing like crazy shit.
Or you go to the supermarket and you fucking bump into. It's just
go to the supermarket and then you rob a bank.
Yeah,
you don't know.
So you bump into a buddy telling you, oh, he's about to rob a bank and like see,
right.
See if you want to join. And the tattoo was it was like a little butterfly in red ink.
Oh, red ink.
Yeah, same thing with the smiley face.
Would you get a tattoo?
I think they ran out of black ink. By the way, I think that was the reason.
Would you get a tattoo that's colored going down like your forearm?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. Like the color of tattoos just don't do it for me. And don't get me wrong, I think tattoos look sick, and I want one. I'm the type of guy. I'm that guy that says I want one, but then I'll probably never get one. You know, and I don't want to be that guy.
What if I get a tattoo gun?
Dude, if you had a tattoo gun and I was drunk, you know I'm getting one.
And to be honest, man, like
that's obviously the thing.
It's gonna be a tattoo. Also, it's not gonna be like
But also,
it would be like these, like somewhat okay. Like,
if you did it though, to be honest, if you got a tattoo gun, right? Let's just do hypotheticals.
I wouldn't be able to color it in or anything though.
Yeah, if you got a tattoo gun, and we were at like a party and I was fucked up, you know I'm the type of guy that would get one. But I'm gonna get it like we said before off air. Like I'd probably get it on my thigh,
right,
or like my fucking ass, because it's funny.
Yeah,
like I get like Lois Griffin on my ass or something.
Right.
Like that'd be funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it would be funny. Yeah, like
would you get a tattoo like of a color? Why wouldn't you get a color tattoo?
To be honest, okay. Well, I thought you were gonna go somewhere different. Let me just throw this out there first. If I had a tattoo gun, I'd let you tattoo me. On my thigh. On my thigh or something. Yeah, like up there.
It's
just
funny.
Like if it was just a word or something, just to like
the Nike swoosh.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. If it came out bad, it's like, oh yeah, I have my buddy. Like, it's like it's a funny story. Yeah. It. A lot of my friends are like, the people who have the tattoo gun, their thighs are starting to get covered up. I'm yeah.
All right, so I have to pull up why you were gonna tell me something. I have to pull up this thigh tattoo that my friend got when I was a senior in college, and his girlfriend. Keep in mind, and no way he listens to this podcast. So if he does, he definitely fucking knows who he is, though. He got a tattoo of this blonde chick with like skimpy shorts on and like a fucking number 12 jersey. He was number 12, and like holding up like her leg like with a hockey stick. He's like, yeah, it's not my girlfriend. I'm like, bro, your girlfriend is blonde. You wear number 12, and you got this on your thigh, and it's a full color tat. It's a sick tat. I'll show you it. But it's just funny. Like, you can get any thigh tat you want, wear shorts, and then you lift it up, and then you'll immediately start like judging someone about something. It's wait, whoa. I thought you were cool, bro. You have a tattoo with that on your thigh? It's like, what the fuck?
So, to answer your question on why I don't like... I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to why I don't like color. But what I like about black and white is that you can just...
I think it looks good.
It looks great. No, I mean, that's why I like it more. But I don't know. Put it this way. If you're always wearing an orange shirt, right? Something tells me after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even no matter how clean the shirt is and crispy, you'll be like, I want to switch it up. I want to wear a red shirt.
Different outfit.
Right. Just different colors of the outfit even. Like, even if it's just different colors, it could be the same thing.
This is it.
And basically...
This is a tattoo. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
And if you're looking, that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that from there. But yeah. So continue. Sorry.
But it's like, put it this way, if like on my forearm I just had blue here every single day, or like it turns into green and shit, I'd be like, well, I want... I don't really know how to describe it.
The only way I think it would look sick if it was a tiny, tiny piece of the tattoo. And for example, this is a crazy example, like you have like a knight with a fucking, he's on a horse coming down your arm.
Yeah.
And like lightning striking in the background.
And like
lightning's like has like a blue color and it's hitting his
I agree.
trident, whatever he's holding.
I'll give you an example.
That's cool.
For sure. And I'll give you an example for me because I was going to lead into this too, is like, I'm going to have a sleeve, right? Like, I really hope before I turn 30, and honestly, by 28, I want this sleeve, like, so fucking
And you're
bad.
27.
Correct. And fucking, thanks for the reminder. And so I wish I was.
Yeah, that frazzled.
Wish I was 24 still. Honestly,
just like said his age, and it just frazzled.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm 27. Yeah, it's like, dude. Yeah,
lost
anyway.
track of the story.
I'm gonna have this sleeve. It's gonna be black and white, but I wanted to. It's gonna be Boston history themed, and I wanted to get the old American flag like somewhere in it, and I was thinking about getting blue, like making it blue and red. And then the white would be like my color because
that'd be sick.
I'm very
see.
Irish.
I'm a fan of that.
So if I'm gonna have color, it's gonna be that it's gonna be like on my elbow where it's
that'd be
the
sick.
Waving. Yeah, it's like I've thought about it before. And worst case scenario, I mean, I'm probably gonna get it black and white at first, and I can always add the color later.
Might as well.
Yeah.
My friend got a tattoo on his. It was a sleeve. It was like a fucking dude. It was like a $4,600 sleeve.
Yeah, what I want to get is going to be like, I'm predicting $5,000. Yeah.
Like, that's insane that it costs that much. You wouldn't expect that.
Right, so hear me out, right? It's like, think about it.
It's on your body forever.
It's on you forever. So it's like...
But you have to get it touched up.
Nah, I've never had to get anything touched up on mine.
But when you're like 35?
To be honest, if you have to get it touched up at all, like... the person didn't know what they were doing tattooing.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm not a tattoo.
What does that even mean? They just color it in again with the same ink and trace the lines, essentially?
Yeah, just making crispier lines, really. Like, for example, I just went for different sessions on myself, right? But my right side was this dude who's been doing it for years, right? And then I went to his brother, who's, like, new to it, but really good. But when I got a tat from him, and it was a quote on my chest. And then I got clouds around that quote.
I remember that.
When he was doing
we were like 16. 17.
18.
Really?
I got my first hat when I was 18.
Oh, we were 18? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told, side note, please remember what I was talking about for the bookmark, okay?
I got you.
Side note, it was like, I was 17 years old, about to turn 18, like the last month. And I was telling my dad, I was like, Dad, I really want to get my ears pierced. And I know... Well, it's like
I thought you had those pierced for a while. I thought you had.
No, I was end of 17 when I got my ears pierced.
You were one of the only guys I knew who could like rock ear piercings.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I usually don't like them, but I will say they look good on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been wanting to rock them again. I just haven't really bought them. It's not something I think of to buy because I just lose them and shit. But
I'll see if you know you remember. You know you remember
got
where
it.
All right, word.
Yeah.
Word.
When I went to the doctor too. Side note, they gave me a thing to fill out, and it was like everything was like what I wanted to answer. Like, oh, I never need help with this. Oh no, I don't need to blah blah. Oh, I'm healthy. Like, oh, I'm healthy. Blah blah. But the part about memory, I was like, sometimes. Like I put sometimes. Like, oh, are people around you concerned about your memory? And I thought about the podcast, and I was like, I circled seldom. Yeah, because it went from never, seldom, sometimes.
Right.
Always was the last.
That's
one,
hilarious.
Frequent maybe was the. And so let's see. Oh, so I told my dad, I was like, and I'm about to turn 18 in a month, and I was like, listen, Dad, I'm gonna get my ears pierced, whether you like it or not, when I turn 18, because I'm gonna be able to make the decision. Can I just get him now? Put it this way: if I get him now, I will not get a tattoo until I'm 19 years old. I'll give it an extra year.
That's what you said to him?
Yeah, I was like, I'll give it an extra year, and he goes, all right, here's the thing though, like you don't. He was like, don't get a tattoo until you're 19. I was like,
you little bastard.
Sure. Nah, for sure. I'm a man to my word, but when it comes to this was some sleazy shit. So
whatever, dude. You were 18 or 17. Yeah, you're not a sleazeball.
Thank you. And so I was just like, yeah, where? And he was just like, all right, you can go get your ears pierced. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna get a tattoo.
So there was a guy's brother who didn't do it as well, right, or something, or he put the quote on your chest and then clouds or something. That's what you were saying before,
right? So I told the story because you thought I was 16 when I got my first, which is nuts. Like, to think, not that I would have done it.
You would have done it,
but my parents would have fucking murdered.
You did like the reverse aging.
They would have they literally would have. Have you ever seen Space Jam? When they like turn into monsters and they start they crumple up bugs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like fucking yamming and shit. That's what my parents would start doing to me if I did that.
Just yamming you in a back fucking back alley.
My buddy got a tattoo at 14. My parents were just like, what the fuck?
Well, because that shit gets warped if you grow.
Right.
You ever see That's My Boy with Adam Sandler? He makes his son get a tattoo at like 8. And it's of like something crazy, and it just gets crazy warped on his back, and all the heads are just like like this big with the bodies like wicked tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
That is hilarious. Where did I put the bookmark?
So the bookmark you said was I got a tattoo on my right side. It was from my friend.
Thank you. Yeah. But it wasn't. It was from his brother, and he's super experienced. And then like it was
his other brother was new.
Correct.
He was like doing the quote in the clouds.
And that was like my third or fourth tattoo. I went to this guy for like 2 of them.
Right. And it was just like a chest. It's like a huge chest. If any listener wants to know, it essentially starts from like fucking shoulder. Yeah, we can just like show. I haven't actually seen your tats in a minute.
Yeah, it's fucking covered.
Oh yeah, like 2. Yeah. You need like one right in the middle. You need like a devil's face like in the middle.
I've been wanting to put a leaf on the rose in the middle.
Yeah.
What else would I put there? You know what
I forgot you tatted as fuck.
And so like I got this one first.
Yeah, you need a sleeve.
This isn't. Yeah, dude. Thank you. Just to go like into the.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Right, but like this one right here, it's an aggressive first one to get because it's like a lot of detail.
Dude, that's
like,
fat.
On the whole right side, and then I got that one, and then I got this Libra sign, just the sign itself, right?
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
And so, but I actually remember after that one, I was like, fuck, like, do I regret? Because
what's the quote say again?
Where there is love, there is life, and then my parents' initials are underneath. I forgot about the microphone. I should probably be having that to my phone, to my mouth. And so it's a Gandhi quote, basically implying like, without them, I wouldn't be like anything.
Where
But also, I also have
where they fucked, you were born.
I also have a buddy that
where they fucked, you were born.
I also have a buddy that said to me, he goes, "You basically have like, oh, my parents fucked, so I'm like alive on your chest." And I've never looked at the quote the same way again. I've just been kind of like, all right, cool. I got a chest piece, you know. But that is essentially what it is.
Yeah, it is.
By accident, you know. And but that was like later. So I got this Libra thing, right? But no clouds around it. And the Libra thing, I actually went to someone completely different than the other 2 I was talking about. But when I had just that, keep in mind it was this whole rose, and then it was this Libra thing. And there were no clouds or anything on the left. And I like regretted it. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like
this looks not
fuck.
good.
I was like, fuck. Like I was high one day, and I was just like, oh.
Terrible.
It was very shortly after this one too. I honestly think it was like 6 months after.
I was high
something.
one day.
I was stoned after, like right after I smoked weed. And I looked in the mirror, and it was like a little like not straight, I think. Too, but like no one's gonna fucking notice that.
No, it looks like it's like the style. Like this looks like what it's like going up that way.
Yeah,
no one's gonna know that shit.
Right. And so that's the Libra thing, right?
That's what my fear is, though.
Right, but it's like, trust me, you'll like it. Well, I also went into that one. I love my chest piece now. That's kind of the moral. But at first, I just had that Libra thing, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I got just clouds around the Libra thing, right? So keep in mind, the left side has nothing. Right?
I remember.
So it's this rose, this, and then the swirly, like...
I remember, like, going through this at CBD Garage when we worked there together, and, like, you're like, yo, this is what I got, blah, 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 and I was like, oh, shit, Adam's badass.
And then, dude, this is a weird spot, too, because it's... So I got the swirl because I'm going to get a sleeve, so it's going to, like, go in... Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Going into, like, the sleeve, it's going to be swirling or whatever, but when I didn't have these clouds going into that swirl... I also regret, like, I just thought where there was nothing on the left side, right? I'll like look at the camera so that you know. I don't know if you can see, but it's like
it kind of looks like a really and like, dude, like don't even take this the wrong way. It doesn't even look bad.
It's been on me. So I mean,
no, like the shape. If I'm looking at it, it looks like a shitty picture of the United States. Because, like, the Florida doesn't come down and, like, it doesn't point up in the left where, like, Oregon is.
Is this
but, like,
Texas?
It looks like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a bad trace of it, right?
Dude.
Kinda.
Jesus Christ. That's California?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't have the pointy tip of Oregon and, like, little Massachusetts.
Maybe it's Alaska, or I
like
don't know if it's in the right direction.
Yeah, right?
It would have to be over
but
here.
It's like, imagine, like, Florida came down, like, kind of, like, right to your nipple, kinda. Like, well,
right.
Like, a little, like, right. A little, like... the other way. Yeah. Like, that'd be crazy.
Dude, it's funny that you just saw it.
I just saw it.
I love how, like,
I'm also a little buzzing.
I love how everyone thinks of, like, you know, when you tell someone to look at something, right, they have a different perspective on it.
It's like, what do you see in that cloud? Everyone sees something different.
Right. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And so, but when I just had this, so see the swirls going into that cloud?
Yeah.
That used to not be there. I just had something here and just something here. And I was like, still like, what the fuck? Like, it was the urgency of like having to, it's like being uncomfortable in a situation. You have to fix it. So like, that's what makes you put action in. Like, once I got this, I just got the quote itself. And I realized still, I was like, I'm fucking on to something here. Like, it's getting better. But still, I didn't think it looked good. And then when I got the clouds around the quote and it just all meshed in, I was like, all right, we're in business. Like, we're good. We're good.
And honestly, people fucking stop watching this shit on YouTube so you could see what Adam's showing right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get to see his two chest pieces,
very pasty,
his fucking lack of vitamin D, but very unlack of physique because he's jacked.
Thanks.
But yeah, I do remember that's wild though.
And so when I got the clouds like filled in, and that was by like the brother of the dude, like it was when he did the clouds, he touched up the quote. But other than that, I mean, like the first one I have, like I never have to touch that up. I don't think, like unless I want it to be. I guess you can make it look newer looking, but at the same time, man, if you're in your 50s, right, and you have tats, like you're not trying to get fucked, you're not trying to get laid. If you're 50, bro, like even if you are, like you can have shitty, like your tattoos can be like old. That's what I'm saying.
Your wife's gonna not care. Like she shouldn't.
And if you're banging someone that's the same age as you, she's not gonna fucking care because she's the same age as you and just wants to get,
get the pipe.
Yep.
If I said to my friend like this in college, tell me this would be crazy. If you shaved if I shaved my head and I got a tattoo of a fucking snake coming from the top of like, like your top of your butt crack meets your back.
Yeah.
The tail goes down and it comes all the way up my spine and the head fucking spits a tongue down my nose.
Yeah, you're a sick fuck. Yeah.
Dude, if you're a fighter, someone out there, if you're sick enough to do this, this would be the craziest fucking tattoo ever. You'd be famous. Just from this tattoo alone. A snake coming from the top of the back all the way up your fucking head, spitting a fucking tongue with like crazy eyes like right here.
Yeah.
Dude, if you were a good fighter, like if you're like McGregor type, he has that huge like monkey on his fucking chest.
Right.
With a crown.
To his throat.
Like, which is a crazy tattoo too.
That's awesome tattoo.
But that's essentially the same thing. It's just like on your back.
Yeah.
Like coming up your head.
Yeah, see, like, the thing is if someone wants to get a face tat, go for it. Fuck it. Go, just do it. Like,
if you want to get a face tat, there better be a reason and a vision behind it. That's
you better have a comfort, like, you better...
No, like I said, vision and things behind it. Like, if you want to be a rapper...
Dude, but here's the thing, man. I'm telling you, like, if I was a rapper in the NBA, a lot of things, I'd be tatted up to my ears,
Me
right?
too.
But I wouldn't fuck with my face.
Yeah, it's a moneymaker.
By the way, that doesn't make it right. Like, that doesn't mean that, like, oh, I think that, so that means that, like, whatever.
You should do that. Yeah.
But it's just a face tat's aggressive. Like, I get hand tats and shit, but it's like, I want to get a hand tat of a Ben Franklin mural. But
remember that.
I'm not going to do it because, like, he's too equated to money.
There's my thumb. It's kind of chipped.
Yeah, I thought you were going like just to like pound me, so I just had to like finish the thought in my brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, fucking, like I said, I want to get a tattoo. I'm that guy that will say that. Who knows? Like I said, I'm the guy that's gonna get one like on vacation, fucked up, come back,
right,
and get a stupid tattoo that's like not gonna be visible to anyone who's like, unless they're fucking me, they're gonna see like the tat.
Or
sees me naked.
A tattoo. I
need to fuck me.
What I've learned is you have to have motivation to like. You have on this. It's like off the court, right? So the court is talking about it, right? But off the court, you actually have to like really save up, put plans towards it. This, that, the other thing. When I was like, I got all my tattoos. I haven't gotten a tattoo since I was like 21. And,
yeah, it's been a while.
And every time it would be Christmas or my birthday.
They say it's addicting too.
It is, yeah. It is for sure. I've been sober from it for like 6 years.
I've been sober, yeah.
So it's like but once I start getting another one, I will want more and shit. But I
just got my 1 year sobriety coin chip. That's what Eminem says in his song.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought about.
I forgot where I was going with that.
You said sobriety chip about not getting a tattoo since you were 21, and yeah, you haven't gotten one in a while. And that's why
because
it's gonna say that's why he circled Seldom.
Yeah, yes. That's why, like, when it came to memory, out of everything I was talking about, which was everything on my body, it was like, nah, hold on, that might be a problem. But it's really because of weed. I think. I strongly think it's because of weed.
CT. Just freak out him out.
I also lost what I was gonna say again because I got distracted.
Hey, listen,
no, hold on. I have to finish this thought.
We're gonna wrap it up. Something I never do. What it do? You think we're through? Nah, Adam's got another thought for you.
What are we talking
Go.
about? I'm not even fucking
around. I thought you had
That's the problem. Is like, I'm not even fucking around.
Dude, we were talking about fucking you not getting a tattoo since you were 21, and then you were like, yeah, my 6-year sobriety contract.
And then I said, basically what I was going to say is that the reason why I haven't gotten the sleeve is because I haven't been serious enough off the court. I've been talking about it, just like you're kind of saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, so when you say, like, that you might never get one, it's like, I'm not going to never get this, but I have to start really fucking putting some effort into it.
You'll never get this. You'll never get this. What's that from?
Borat.
Yep.
I can only tell because of the accent.
And on that note, shout out to all my fans. Adam, anything to say?
AdamLucy.com. I'm gonna be a fucking really big artist one day, so you heard
I
it
believe
here
it.
first.
I believe it. I'm gonna go take a piss while I believe in that statement. Peace out, people.